Now let's go to just the practicality of making a choice. I have to be truthful in a moment that I have on film, on stage. And let's say, just one second. Let's say it's that my character steps into dog poop, okay? And I have to respond to that truthfully and honestly. Well, as Stella Adler would say about choices, she would say, you only make a choice about something if you need to make a choice about it. If you can do, I stepped in poop, and it works for you, the reality of it works for you, you don't have to do anything more. All you have to do is step into poop, okay? If you have to do a love scene with someone who turns you on, you don't have to pretend that you're being turned on. You don't have to make a choice that's going to make it real. It's going to happen. It's going to be real. As a matter of fact, if you make choices about it, it'll probably be too much, okay? Meaning you'll be expressing too much, not overacting, okay? There just will be too much expressing going on, and you don't want that. But what if it doesn't work for you? It doesn't give you the result that you want, nor does it give the director the result he wants in the moment, okay? So let's say he wants it to be repulsive. And well, it's just not repulsive for you. Where do you go? You go to something that if you stepped on it, it would repulse you, okay? Nobody can tell you what that choice is. Nobody can give you your choice. I can throw out suggestions to you, and you have to go now, oh, that one, okay? But it's what affects you, because it's your truth that you're going to, not somebody else's truth. So what would work for you? I mean, immediately, as soon as I said that in my mind, I thought maggots. Maggots that would crawl up into my shoes. Okay, maggots. I mean, that really would work for me. What would, and still, just a suggestion of it is so strong for me right now. You have to make the choice that works for you. Only you can make the choice. Okay? So this is on a physical level. All right? I can make choices as simple as I want to create a limp. Okay? How do I create a limp? We use the acting tool, the as if, and it could be, for me, as if I had a piece of glass inside my shoe, and I would know exactly where it was on my foot. By the way, never be general in your choices, always specific, because I can even tell you the sharp edges on my piece of glass that's in my shoe, because I have to make it real for me, okay? If I say, oh, well, there's a piece of glass in my shoe, then I have to do all kinds of imagining, but if I put it in there in a very specific spot, it should turn me on and create the kind of limp that I want. By the way, let me just emphasize this a little bit. Once a choice is made, and it is strong, and it is specific, and it works for you, you can let it go. It'll be there for that limp that I've created from that piece of glass, I don't have to go to the piece of glass anymore, only if the limp stops working for me. But that limp, once it's established and belongs to my character and starts affecting my whole body, which a limp will, it will belong to me forever, or as long as I'm working on that particular project. You notice so far I haven't said anything spectacular as far as the choice is concerned. See, choices don't have to be big and dynamic and full of a lot of stuff. They don't have to be. They can be very simple if they work. If they work. I had an actress come to me in California who was working on Blanche at another school. I mean, I just so used to love this. I used to get privates for actors who would come to me to work on their characters in the scenes they were doing for another acting teacher, so that acting teacher wouldn't holler at them. Still don't understand that. But anyway, I just told her very simply, I said, I'm going to give you an image. Okay? I said, I'm going to give you the image first that your skin is very, the different layers of your skin are like very fine glass, that if they're touched just a little, with a little pressure, they shatter. It shatters if someone just touches you with a little pressure. So she started working on it, and she loved it, because every time someone would go to embrace her, she would just freeze from it. She would just have this response that went through her whole body. And I said, now you understand it, but you're using her in this particular scene because that's the result you're going for in this scene. Okay? It's a simple choice. Yes, but where did I go to get that? Well, I went to the word fragile, and I thought to myself, what is very fragile to me? What is very fragile? And I have memory of glass, a very fragile glass, very thin glass, that if you just touched it, it would shatter. But in my mind, it was glass. But when I went back and really explored it, you know what it was? Ice. It was a thin layer of ice. You know how you do that sometimes with ice? You just go like this. But my memory was a child's memory, and the child remembered it as glass. But it worked for me, and it worked for her. Okay? I went to what was fragile. I gave her another choice as another possibility, which was sunburn. You know what it's like when you have a major sunburn and somebody tries to touch you, the response and reaction to it. What makes you fragile? What is fragile? Okay? What didn't I go to? I didn't go to Stanley or Mitch grabbing her, because then I would have to invent all kinds of things, and that complicates me, and it complicates choices.